I'm Luke Summerhays, and I love Fomantis. Mimicry in nature can be very impressive. We talked in our Cutie Fly episode about harmless flies which resemble dangerous bees. Countless animals and plants have evolved to resemble something else, from the vague pattern of a zebra fooling the eyes of a lion through long grass, to the uncanny appearance of a stick insect impossible to tell apart from the branch it's standing on. An interesting pair are orchids and orchid mantises. Many orchid flowers have evolved to specifically resemble and attract the particular insect they need to spread their pollen. The mantis orchid, in turn, has evolved to resemble the flower and climb up the plant to lie in wait for the very bugs the flower was made to attract. Fomantis is a grass-type Pokémon, which reverses the pattern, the plant mimicking the mantis that mimic the plant that mimic the bug, with its two praying claws. Pokémon Moon tells us, they give off a sweet and refreshing scent. Cutiefly often gather near the tall grass where Fomantis are hiding. Other than attracting fuzzy, pollen-carrying bugs, though, Fomantis doesn't do much in the way of predatory behavior. Pokémon Sun tells us, during the day, it sleeps and soaks up light. When night falls, it walks around looking for a safer place to sleep. And Pokémon Violet tells us, many trainers give their Fomantis their own flower pots, so that they can sunbathe in peace and quiet. Unlike real plants, it can at least defend itself. Pokémon Scarlet tells us, Fomantis hates having its naps interrupted. It fires off beams using energy it gathers by bathing in the sun. The name, Fomantis, tells us that this isn't a real mantis. Despite its appearance, this Pokémon has no bug typing. The Japanese name, Katakiri, also refers to a fake mantis, and it brings in the word for prune, which is a nice bonus. This is also reflected in the name Fomantis. While faux is a French word meaning false, it can also mean scythes, like the two blades this Pokémon wields. A scythe usually brings to mind a full reaping, but to prune is more subtle. It only cuts what needs to be cut for the plant to grow to its best. A well-pruned Fomantis will, at level 34, evolve into Lurantis. Lurantis is much more flamboyant than Fomantis. First off, it is taller and more colourful. Pokémon Sun tells us, it requires a lot of effort to maintain Lurantis' vivid colouring, but some collectors enjoy this work and treat it as their hobby. Its mantis-like claws are now far more pronounced. Ultra Sun tells us, for self-protection, it pretends to be a bug Pokémon. Both of its arms bear keen-edged petals. And they're more dangerous. Pokémon Moon tells us, it fires beams from its sickle-shaped petals. These beams are powerful enough to cleave through thick metal plates. On top of this, its flowery legs resemble 60s flared pants. The Pokémon overall looks pretty disco. Pokémon Ultra Moon tells us, as it slashes into its enemies, it looks like it's dancing. Its elegant appearance has led some to call it the most glamorous grass Pokémon. So this is a beautiful, disco-dancing, laser-shooting, blade-wielding flower Pokémon. It's a mantis that lures in prey, or in Japanese, Lurantis, the even more literal orchid mantis. But is it really all that dangerous? Unfortunately, no. Despite its very high attack, it has neither the speed nor the HP to bring that attack to the battle, and has therefore seen very little competitive play. It does have the ability, Contrary, appropriate for such a disguised monster, which raises any stat the opponent tries to drop. So a skilled player may be able to make Lurantis work, just as a skilled botanist is needed to prune the most beautiful orchids. Music for Luke Loves Pokémon was composed by Jonathan Cromie. Artwork for the show is by Katie Groves. Funding is by supporters at patreon.com/podcastiopodcastius. I love hearing from listeners. Get in touch on YouTube, social media, or email, and let me know about your favourite monsters. Coming up next are Morlul and Salandit, so let me know your thoughts about those or any other Pokémon. And even if you don't feel like doing any of that, thank you so much just for listening. I love Fomantis, and remember, I love you too.